Hey Libras, this is Dree, aka Be Nice Tarot, with your January 2023 message. Okay, I hope you guys been well during this retrograde. It has been pretty interesting, okay? But let's go ahead and see what the main vibe is for you guys at this time, okay? Let's see. We have viral, famous, everybody knows, attention. So maybe there's a lot of opportunity for you to get seen when it comes to social media. Or I heard for some of you, some like either being posted, could be negative, could be positive, but it just seems like you guys are getting attention right now. Let me pull one more. And then we have frequency, okay? We have telepathic song lyrics alignment. So maybe this could also be due to someone speaking to you telepathically, or this could be you getting or hearing like lyrics out of nowhere and it's making sense or resonating. I feel like Spirit's trying to connect with you because you're not able to really hone in on the messages that are coming towards you. So if you hear like random songs that just come to you, I feel like Spirit's trying to speak with you through that way. And when it comes to viral, I feel like some of you, if you are, some of you could be public speakers, some of you could be some type of artist or work in some type of artistry, music, whether this is producing or whatever the case may be. There is opportunity here, but with attention also comes all sorts of attention and weirdos. So I feel like you guys are also adjusting to that. So that could also play into why this card came in here. But I feel like it's just giving you more opportunity to know that, okay, like you are being watched, whether this is good or bad. So it's like, what are you going to do with that? What are you going to make use of that, of that knowledge and that information, knowing that you have the attention and the spotlight is on you, okay? So let's go ahead and see how you guys have been feeling, okay? When it comes to love, how you guys have been feeling. Now, this could be how you feel, whatever, towards either just in connections in general or a specific person. So let's see. We have the Four of Pentacles. So I see you kind of like in this position where you're not really sure how much to reveal or really feeling comfortable enough to really open yourself up too much. So I feel like maybe you're feeling a little bit reserved at this time, or maybe this could be like you're noticing, okay, like the person that you want is also kind of like reserved too. So now it's kind of like, when do I kind of like show enough? When do I feel comfortable in knowing that I can do this and XYZ or be vulnerable with somebody? So I feel like that's something that's let's see. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, with the Ten of Pentacles. You know what? I feel like you have your eyes on somebody though. I feel like you really have a vision of what you're looking for. It's like you know that you're not gonna let go, you're not gonna let up, but at the same time, I feel like you're still in this position where it's like, okay, even though I know who I want, or I know the vision of how I want things, whether this is business or this could also be like family or growing or connection into something deeper and more committal. I feel like you're still holding on just a little bit when it comes to revealing how you feel, because it kind of seems like you don't want to say too much until they start, revealing their cards. So I feel like you're just kind of in this game of like, I don't know how much to show, but it's like I feel like you do have your eyes on somebody, but there could also be other people in the way of that. So you're not really trying to let too many people know because you don't want to hear like anything that can mislead you or direct you from somebody who you either have your eyes on or just a vision of what you have, what you have in mind. Okay, so we have the Four of Swords here. So we have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have you over here. I feel like you're just taking this time to really rest on what you want, what you need, what's more important. Even though like you have a vision, right? I feel like you're still kind of like charging up at this time, or at least trying not to stress on it. It kind of seems like you guys are just taking a more, how do I say? Like you're resting, right? You're resting. You're allowing yourself to just relax, to decompress, especially if you have been going through some up and downs or whatever the case may be. I feel like you're just in this mode of just, you know what, I'm just going to collect myself real quick. And I feel like if you aren't there yet, Spirit definitely wants you to take time, especially if you kind of like aren't sure of how to go or what to do, whatever the case may be. It's more so just making sure that you're just in good standing with yourself before you even make any type of decisions or overthink or over worry yourself about what to do, right? But I also feel like with this Four of Pentacles here, I feel like Spirit's saying like be open to other people also kind of like speaking their 2 cents, especially if this is someone in relationship that's trying to, address how they feel. I feel like it's also about being open, okay, to what you say and what they say and how you two can come together. Okay, we had the High Priestess here. Okay. That's interesting. I feel like, you know what? I feel like it's really time for you guys to really just observe right now before you feel comfortable giving too much or seeing about a situation. I feel like it's important that you guys observe. This is a Pisces card, Pisces placement. So maybe you're being watched, by a Pisces placement. But I feel like it's more so you're not really trying to show your hand, and people are trying to figure out what your next move is, or someone specifically is trying to figure out what you're doing. But I feel like a part of you has already just took your efforts away from somebody, and it's kind of like you're being studied, you're being reviewed right now, if that makes sense. And I feel like that's also how you're feeling too. I feel like, again, if you're not feeling like it's time for you to open up, I feel like that's why Spirit's saying, like, all you need to do is just sit back, relax, listen to your higher self. Because I feel like with the Ten of Pentacles here, it could be other people trying to get in the way, like saying this, saying that. It could be family members trying to voice their opinions. And it's just making things a bit more straining for you to figure out, okay, what to do. Because I keep hearing influenced. I feel like the one thing you don't want to do is like allow others to influence you and your decisions. So I really feel like with the High Priestess here, Spirit wants you to listen to your intuition at this time. Okay, and trust in your intuition. Okay, we have the Page of Cups. Okay, so there could be conversation talks about, expanding with somebody. And I feel like, you know what? There could also be apologies coming to play. But I feel like maybe you're trying to see if someone is really serious about what they're saying, or whether you can accept that cup. But I feel like you want it, but at the same time it's like you don't want to be made a fool, or you don't want to, I guess, have people in your mix before you know what you want to do. So that's why I feel like Spirit's saying, like, take your time right now. Just even if you can't figure it out, just allow yourself the time to just observe, right? Let the messages come to you, because I feel like Spirit has been sending you confirmations about someone, but I feel like you just haven't been trying to accept it. It's like you're just like, nope, nope, like, oh, what a coincidence. Anyways, like moving forward. But it's just like Spirit's like saying, like, hey, I've been telling you, I've been showing you, but every time we kind of bring it to surface, it's like someone gets in your ear, like, oh, like, are you sure? Or something happens, some outside, whatever comes to play. And then it's just like, okay, you're not really sure whether to take this, because there's too many people in your ear. I keep hearing too many people in your ear. Yeah. But I really feel like this is someone who you have ties with, I feel like you're just trying your best not to either succumb yourself to the emotions, but it's like, who you want and what you want. You know what I mean? I feel like this also has to do with a job opportunity as well. Maybe you might hear it through word of mouth. Maybe you might hear some type of support, like out of nowhere, where it's like, oh shoot, like you were paying attention, like you're giving me this offer. You know what I mean? But I feel like it is coming to you. But again, just take your time on it, okay? And then we have the Sun card. We have Leo here. Some of you could be dealing with the Leo placement or embodying that. But I feel like Spirit's saying, like, you know what? It's just time to kind of just like be free a little bit, not be too serious, especially if you're trying to figure out your footing with someone, or when it comes to business, things like that. I feel like it's just important that you guys remember to breathe a little bit. You know what I mean? Have fun, be present, okay? Just a little bit. Because I feel like you guys have been so consumed in trying to make the right decision so hard, with the Four of Pentacles holding everything in and just trying to not show too much. At the same time, it's like you're not remembering just to be easy and let things kind of unfold how they need to. Um, and it really feels like this comes from like overthinking and over worrying. But it's just, I don't know, it's just pretty interesting. I feel like you guys are just, maybe you're overthinking too much, and that's why it's like Spirit saying is like, you know what, just tone down a little bit, okay? It's not going to be that bad. um but it really is just really time to listen to yourself instead of listening to outside opinions. What do you feel is right for you? And if you don't know yet, that's fine too, if you want to just take time to observe, okay? Let's see, why is the High Priestess here? Okay, with the Six of Pentacles. So, oh, look, on the bottom of the deck, Three of Swords. So maybe there's a situation with a third party where you aren't really too sure right now. Maybe someone's not giving you the right amount of time and attention, or maybe you feel like someone's trying to use you for some type of finances or attention or whatever the case may be. This could also be a Pisces placement, kind of like feeding off of your energy. It's like they'll take anything, you know what I mean? But I feel like you're at the point where it's like, I don't want to give anything. Like, you're just like, because truthfully, I wouldn't even have any much to give you because I don't want to give it to you. I feel like you're withholding. Yeah, I feel like you're deciding to kind of just like, you know what? Like, no, it's not even worth it. I just have to cut it off because it's just you're going to keep wanting more and more and I don't have much to give you. You know what I mean? So I feel like this also has to do with you kind of like being real about it. Like, okay, there could be a conversation where you're just being honest, like, you know what? I just don't see it. There's nothing that we really have. Maybe this could have happened already. So I feel like you guys are just kind of like, okay, like, let me just focus on de escalating any type of stress or anything like that and just do my own thing, right? Yeah, we have the Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Yeah, with the Two of Pentacles behind that. That's interesting. But yeah, like I said, this could be a third party, right? Maybe you're fearing that, someone's going to end up breadcrumbing you, or maybe you feel like that's the case right now. Maybe you feel like someone's not giving you your all, right? So that could also be why you're kind of withholding. And that's why Spirit's saying, like, take the time to really hone in on your intuition and really listen before you kind of like fall into the trap of succumbing to your fears. Okay. And let's see how your person is feeling towards you at this time. Okay, we have the Three of Cups. Okay. So I feel like there's something here about reconciliation. Someone wants to reconcile with you or you're making peace with someone. It's like finally you guys are at a good place where you're able to see eye to eye. This could be also that's actually pretty interesting. I know I keep saying that, I'm sorry, because I just keep getting different things, but let me see what happens after that. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. This could be someone that either you walked away from or walked away from you. And I feel like someone wants to reconcile. Or if you are in that place right now, I feel like someone's also kind of fearing, like, okay, like if we do reconcile, is it just going to end up like this where I get left out in the cold? Because I really feel like there's something here about fears here. But I feel like someone's trying to put in their best effort. Someone could also feel like, you know what, you may leave them for a third party that, or you have left somebody for another person. And so they could also be trying to get over this situation. But it just seems like with your person, they could be in fear of that because if they were the ones that left the third party for you, they could feel like, oh, shoot, like, is this going to happen to me or vice versa? Okay, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So we have water, we have earth here, we have Leo. Um, but I really feel like someone's just kind of unsure whether to put in more effort because they may be feeling like you have other people on the side, or they may fear that, you're just going to end up leaving them anyway. So what's the point of putting in any effort if you're just going to leave anyways? So I just keep hearing like team building too and teamwork. So this could also have to do with finances. Maybe they're not in the best place with standing with finances. Maybe they were going through a job loss or going through some type of financial loss. So they're kind of like also kind of have their energy focused on that. So they're not able to really give you all their energy right now. So it really just feels like miscommunication is what I'm feeling like. Um, Okay, we have the Two of Pentacles. So if someone is kind of like up and down or back and forth, I just feel like this person is also just like unsure if whether you really are serious. So they're not really trying to like lay all their eggs in one basket. Or this could be them kind of balancing you with somebody else. Okay, it's either one or the two. Because I feel like someone isn't really sure where your head's at. So they don't want to like lay all their eggs in one basket just for them to kind of experience this Five of Pentacles where it was all wasted. Um, So it really feels like someone could also feel like you need to come down to a choice because they don't want to feel like an option. Or maybe that's how they were dealing with you. Like they were treating you an option. They were kind of like having you on the side while they were trying to figure out something else or whatever the case may be. So I really feel like that's probably why you're kind of reserved and unsure because you're not getting the same type of treatment or you're not getting the same type of attention. Okay. Then we have the Page of Swords here. So there could be lurking, watching, stalking. If you walked away from somebody, just know they are heavily watching daily, I keep hearing. Um, it just seems like they're still not over it. Like they're really flip-floppy on whether they still want to be cool with you or not. But it just seems like this energy, this person is still unsure. Like even if you were to come back and give them a shot again, they would still be kind of like unsure. I feel like a lot of you, this is from someone you already walked away from. Yeah, with the Five of Pentacles here, this is already somebody that you released, and like they're watching you because I feel like this person just cannot get over it. You know, this person could have had like some short fuses on them too, short tempers, but yeah, I feel like you decide to kind of just do your own thing and you'd be like, you know what, I'm not gonna do this. Like it's too up and down for me. Um, Something not being stable, whether it's finances or mental, something wasn't stable enough. So you decide, like, you know what, I just can't because if we continue, it's like we're just gonna keep hurting each other. Or I'm gonna keep hurting you, and there's no point. Um, okay. Oop, sorry, that card came out. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like someone's also trying to figure out, okay, how can they get in good withstanding to even be secure? I feel like this person has other things they need to worry about before they can even worry about love. Truthfully, um, this just really feels like an X energy. But I feel like it also kind of feels like maybe someone's also trying to figure out how to get in good standing with their finances, right? With stability. But it kind of seems like maybe they just weren't really putting enough effort. Maybe that was the problem. Like they just weren't responsible when it comes to actually hustling on their own. It's like you had to tell them, like, okay, do this, do that. And they'll, like, yes, they would stick with the program, but they wouldn't do it on their own. You know, they wouldn't commit to succeeding on their own. So it's kind of like, you had to do that. It was kind of like they were looking for you to be that person. Like they may not have been in that right mindset when it came to finances, but they saw you as someone, so they probably were thinking like, okay, this is the holy grail. Like maybe this person's gonna like do this and that for me. And I feel like you were just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like I wasted all this time for what? It didn't go anywhere, you know? So yeah. Let's see, on the bottom of the deck we have the Eight of Wands, okay? Communication. Okay, we have the Gemini card here. Okay, we have the Five of Wands, and then we have the Death card. So let's start here with the Five of Wands. I'm sorry, the Eight of Wands. So there is communication. I feel like it's kind of like two different stories. Like one ended, and then one opened back up again. One door opened back up again. Um, there is communication here. I feel like things may be moving forward. You know what? Gemini's here, Lover's card. It kind of seems like either something, whether in a connection had to end or someone had to end for this to happen because there was too much. There was too much like people in the way. There was too many people arguing, beefing, drama, all that stuff, and it had to die. But I feel like all that had to die for this right here to open up, to develop. So some of you could be dealing with a Gemini placement, or this could also just be someone that is a divine connection for you. But it kind of seems like there always were people trying to get in the way of this connection. There were always people trying to like dead this connection. So you never really knew what to really do because you were dealing with other people in your ear, all this drama and stuff. But the whole time it's like you still felt how you felt for someone, but it kind of still felt like you had to conflict with yourself because you wanted to uphold how you felt with other people. And I also feel like for some of you, you didn't want to just end things on a terrible note with somebody. Okay. And I feel like the blockage is here too. Maybe there's not enough people, or maybe you and your partner aren't really being that open with one another. So I do feel like there is going to be communication to find a solution from the drama to so finally put it to an end. Okay, to finally put it to an end. We have Scorpio here, so this is about change and transformation, things coming to a close for other things to open up. Okay, so I feel like you guys have really just have a lot of conversations to talk about because we have the Chariot card here too, right? This indicates like this could be a move. Maybe you're thinking about moving somewhere, moving to a different city, different state, or just moving on from all the conflict, all the gossip, all the mess. Like I feel like you're just kind of like ready to like, how do I explain this? I'm sorry. I'm getting so many different downloads. But I feel like you guys just other people just getting in the way for so long, and now it's just like, okay, I feel like Spirit's saying like now it's your time to determine what you feel you should do without all that excess noise. Because I feel like since you're coming down, winding down from all that, It had to happen for a reason because it's meant for you and your person to figure out what to do. With this Lovers card here, you don't see anybody else, right? Except for this figure here. And I feel like maybe that's been kind of playing a role. This could have to do with maybe like third parties playing a role, trying to be like a puppet master, and whether how you two move around and things like that. And it's like you two haven't been able to kind of like just deal with each other on your own, okay, the way you want to. Okay. Again, there's a lot of fears behind it too. Okay, because I feel like you guys still don't want to be hurt. This we have Cancer placements too coming out, but I feel like a part of this why things haven't been able to move forward, because maybe you're just like hoping like, or maybe just overthinking like whether it's not going to work out in your favor. You're going to end up getting hurt all over again, if this is somebody that you've already dealt with before. That's why I feel like Spirit's like saying like before you even focus on what's going to happen next, things could change if you and your person decide to work with each other and eliminate the drama and all the excess people and the people that don't matter. But it's really up to you and your person to do that. Okay? And let's see what's coming forward. What's coming forward between you guys? Eight of Cups. So I feel like this is about taking a new journey, walking away from people, habits, attitudes, old mindsets, whether it comes to love or whatever the case, that has been kind of like blocking your progression. It's you letting go and like going on a whole different journey. Okay. We have Ace of Wands. So this could be you finding your spark back, or this could be you deciding, you know what, you're going to rekindle a connection with someone because I feel like you still feel that passion for somebody. Yeah, but I feel like, you know what, this journey is all about you kind of just thinking more so about what you want, not what other people want. And you walking away from old mindsets that have been kind of sabotaging your connections or one main connection, because you have another opportunity here. This is something new. I feel like this is also, I just heard makeup sex. I don't know. So if you guys are having makeup sex, congratulations. But it just really feels like there's some type of fiery spark that just leads you to just, wake up and just be like, you know what? I'm done with all this excess, whatever the hell that I was carrying on for so long. It's time to let that go. And here comes this opportunity here. Okay. The Emperor. Okay. So some of you could be transitioning into Emperor role, maybe a manager, or maybe some of you are meeting an Emperor, but I feel like, I feel like there's a huge level of growth, especially when it comes to success. So I do feel like things are going to be progressing better for you guys the moment you do take a leap of faith, or just like continue to move forward, right? Finding your spark again, and it's going to lead you to the Emperor role, or finding this Emperor, or someone could also be, or this could also be Empress too. But you could also see like, okay, someone could also be kind of like advancing to the Empress or Emperor, where it's just like, oh shoot, like shocker, like I wasn't seeing that happen. Like maybe you were kind of like doubting, right, whether things would change for the better. But here comes this shocker for you, like boom, here comes this shocker. And it comes with patience. So I feel like if you guys really want to see some type of change when it comes to a relationship, whatever the case may be, it's really all about how you both move forward from this. And I feel like an opportunity to speak about what's been holding you guys back is always, it's going to help out a lot, because it's finally going to put things to rest. Okay, put things to